Another wonderful week delivered for gold. Another prediction coming true. I told you last week that you can buy at 1605, 1615 levels, and these levels are going to be a very strong support, and we can see a bounce back in gold from those levels. Precisely, we have seen the bounce back, and expected as I told you, 1680 levels again proven out to be a stronger resistance. Failed to go past these levels, though it went close to those levels. Now, most of you have asked, is this a good time to buy gold? Should you stay invested for long term? And most of you have asked, what should be your position for the month of October? We are going to review in detail what can be expected for gold in the coming few weeks and months, and what is our long term position. Those who are missing to subscribe are missing the profits. Do not commit this mistake. Do like, share, subscribe, and comment. Do press the bell icon. If you are a day trader, yes, I share my daily update on gold twice a day, one with the Asia session very early in the day and one with the US cash session, so do watch that also. Now let's start. First we'll look into candlestick charts alone, followed with indicators, and in the end I'll give you the trading levels and strategy for next week. And in the meanwhile of this analysis, we'll try to find out the answer, what should be our position on gold for near term. Now look at the gold chart. You can see it has created lower lows there, and consistently this is the bottom of this channel which it is trying to trade within. Now, if you consider this as a retracement, yes, how far it can retrace? Now, these levels should come into picture, which is precisely at around 1740, 1750 zone. This is going to be the resistance zone, which it may try to attempt and achieve. But before that, first also have a look at it. See the last week's candle. Lower highs, lower lows, yes. And if you see it trading again below 1640, which is a very strong support, if you see it trading below 1640 next week, just stay short and you can again expect it to drop towards 1600 levels next week itself. That is going to be the first week for the new month. We will also see how monthly candles are positioned, but right now it appears if it drops below 1640 next week, you can certainly expect another round of drop. At the same time, remember this fact, at the same time, if you see it trading above the zone at 1680, certainly you can expect that 1710, 1720 levels cannot be denied, and then 1733, 1740 levels cannot be denied on the upside. Now, as you have seen, this is trying to retrace, and if it tries to retrace the upside, yes, this is a channel high which it may try to attempt and achieve. Only bullishness is above this zone at 1800 and 1840. Also look at the weekly charts here. See, now gold has breached this support here, which was positioned at 1700 and 1680, and since last 2 weeks it is trading below these levels. Also you can see now the next resistance zone or the support zone is only positioned at around 1570 levels. It can try to attempt and achieve these levels. And yes, there is a further lot much on the downside we will see on the monthly charts, but first let's have a look into detail on the daily charts. Now look at the daily charts here. Now if you look at the daily chart, see here I told that it is looking forward to a drop, then a drop, retracement, drop, sideways movement and retracement, drop, retracement, drop, and again now this time if you see it has achieved little bit higher level, so it has changed its slope, and it means that the bearishness has certainly diminished, but it failed to go past the highs of this channel. It failed to surpass the highs of this channel. It failed to surpass the resistance at 1680. Now this is why I told, see these candles last week, multiple candles getting reversed from 1680 levels. This time it in fact went close but reversed from the same levels, and that is why I say next week if you see it trading above 1680, you can certainly expect that it is looking forward to this zone at 1700 and 1720 levels. So this is one observation. Now look at the daily charts closely. See, previously lower lows were seen, and then this retracement has happened, one single green candle, and you can see here itself the bullishness was diminished, very small body size achieving higher highs. It is trying to reverse from here, and possibly what can be formed, it can again open in red and continue moving downward. 1640 should be a very strong support, and if it trades below this zone, certainly the next to next candle we can again expect it coming till towards 1620, 1615 levels. Now this is on the daily charts. Let's have a look at the 4-hour charts here. On the 4-hour chart, on the 4-hour charts, again if you see this is the channel which is trying to create, it tries to break out, above this channel, but now again trying to sustain within this. Yes, you should watch out for 1650, 1640 levels. Below 1640, certainly it will call for another round of drop for next week. So on the 4-hour charts, it is, and also remember, it has failed to retrace and failed to go past by the previous highs, and trying to drop from here indicates that it is still very much in the bearish zone. Now let's come to the most important monthly charts, which will give us the picture what can be expected. Now look at the monthly charts. The rally started from here in 2020, mid 2020s, achieved higher highs, 2075 levels, retracement, consolidation, double top is done. And at this point I told you, first we predicted a double top, and then I told you this is the high which it has seen, and we can see a drop from here. Precisely, it has dropped since then. 6th straight red candle. This is the 6th straight red candle in gold, and as I say, only bullishness, only bullish confirmation is if it trades beyond this zone at 1730, 1740 levels. So where is the bottom, that also we'll look into. First look into these two candles. Previous candle from this month, you can see lower highs, higher lows, and this was a breakout candle. Now since this was a breakout candle, and also this is a strong long tail left behind, we can certainly expect that this time again probably it may try to show you a red candle. The opening can be weak enough for it to take it further down. Don't think that these are they already 6th straight month of a drop. We cannot see the 7th month. Yes, we can see a 7th month of a red candle. Why? See, in 4 months, if it can sustain these highs, why cannot it drop till towards these levels in 6 months, 7 months? Let it take time, but it is trying to drop further, possibly below 1640 levels this week, or maybe next week. Yes, it is looking forward to this zone at 1590, 1600. This is going to be a very strong support zone. I told you multiple times earlier in my multiple analysis on the weekly basis that first target for gold was 1680, next is 1590, and then it is looking forward to this zone at 1500 levels. See, nothing is impossible in markets. Every other trade, every other level is there to get achieved. So this is the next level, and believe me, there is further lot much of downside available. Now look at the monthly charts here. See, if you see the charts for gold for last multiple years, now we are seeing at a time frame, we are looking at a time frame for last 12 years, and you can see what we have observed here, that a rally, retracement, consolidation, double top, and then it is trying to retrace. What we have observed here is getting observed here. See, the rally started here, highs, consolidation phase, further highs, and this is, yes, it is a bullish channel, but it has a bottom associated to it, and certainly the zone between 1200 to 1400. So those who are looking at an answer whether it is a good time to invest in gold for long term, I say that still there is lot much downside available for gold. Do not invest or do not commit anything in gold as of now. Be observant. Yes, it can retrace. Yes, if you see it trading above 1840, you can take a buy position there. See, investing is one thing, but it should be a safe entry. Do not think that there is a bottom for anything. There is no bottom in markets. Yes, it can achieve further lows, but only thing is we have to be cautious while investing in this. And yes, if you want to invest in long term, 1840 is the level beyond which certainly you can buy. Till the time it trades below 1840, I will not recommend you to take a long position or buy gold for a long term. So those who are again looking forward to a prediction for near future for gold still has a lot much downside associated or available. Be careful. It is not yet the bottom which we are looking at. First target should be at around 1590, then at around 1500, and then it will come back or fall back to the zone at around 1300 levels in few months or few weeks or few years from now. But yes, it will achieve these levels. So this is for gold on the basis of candlestick charts. Now let's have a look at the indicators on the 4-hour charts. Gold trading at the top of the Bollinger Bands on the 4-hour charts. Yes, it is indicative of little bullishness. Directional movement 2 is little bullish. but the stochastic is looking vertically downwards. It may try to come back to the oversold zone again. The MACD, which is trading bullish, must start to converge and cross over for a sell possibility exists, and the RSI is comfortable, but this is just on the 4-hour charts. Let's have a look at the daily charts. Now on the daily charts, why 1680 is important? You can see this is also the 20 period moving average, which is provided at a very strong resistance at 1675.80 levels, and then this is the 50 period moving average at around 1730, and this is the 100 period moving average at 1750 levels. Now this is a complete stronger resistance zone, and that is why I say for the near term, yes, if it breaks past this zone at 1730, 1750, you can expect little more bullishness, and then the next resistance zone is towards 1840. Till the time it trades below this, I'll certainly not expect it to be remain in a bullish zone. At the same time, now look, this is the 20 period moving average. On the daily chart, there is a crossover on the 20 period and 50 period moving average. It is divergence indicating bearishness. Till the time it converges, crosses over again, I will not confirm that this is near term bullish. It is still near term bullish as these are diverging, bearish as these are diverging. Now look at the daily charts. It is trading, the directional movement is still bearish, again willing to converge. If it crosses over and diverges, probably little indication that it is trying to act bullish. But at the same time, one must look at the stochastic. With a little rise, it has come back to the near to overbought levels. It has still some room for it to rise further. The MACD, the most important part is the MACD has crossed over. You can see whenever it is crossed over is in last time, it has just converged and crossed over again on the sell side. I will be careful and watchful here. It is still divergent. We may see another green candle, and then a crossover can be expected. Be careful there. Still there is some room for it to rise, and hence you have to be careful of 1680 levels. RSI is trading flat, and if you look at the weekly charts, now on the weekly charts 1840, 1830, and then here is the 20 weeks average at around 1780. So this zone is going to be important for gold to surpass, sustain. The directional movement is bearish on the weekly charts. It can still continue to diverge as it is still looking apart, but the stochastic is at bottom. Whenever we have seen on the weekly charts gold trading at bottom, it has tried to reverse. It has tried to reverse again on the upside, try to see a rise. Also look at this here, higher highs have been seen, lower lows are being seen. It is in a divergent form. Hence, if it tries to retrace, this is going to be a stronger bullish move before it looks forward to a downward move. The MACD is still divergent and it is still bearish. It is far away from the highs or the extreme bearishness which we had seen, but it is still on the bearish side. It can possibly sustain further downward momentum from here. RSI at bottom trying to look upwards from here. Now coming back to the monthly. On the monthly charts, most importantly, every candle, every move has a meaning. See why it got a sharper drop. The width of the Bollinger Bands will now get expanded with this sharper previous move on this candle. So now when the next candle starts, possibly the width of the Bollinger Bands would have already been widened, and it may try to in fact go till towards 1600 levels, 1590 levels, which may prove out to be a stronger support for gold on the downside. And on the upside, as we have seen, 1720, 1740 levels should certainly be a stronger resistance zone. And only if it trades about, this is the 20 months average, this is almost the 50 months average, and 50 months is almost like 5 years and 4 years, and yes, this is trading below the 4 years average, something which is a bearish indication. Now look at another observation on gold. The directional movement has crossed over for a bearish move. This is a strong and divergent crossover. You can also observe that this is happening after 4 years, 2018-19. It has crossed over for a bullish move. Since then on the monthly charts it was trading bullish, and now this time it has crossed over. Probably either it may try to trade like this or it will continue to diverge. Now trading like this means a period of consolidation where you can see highs and lows, ups and downs in succession. And yes, also if you look at the stochastic, now the stochastic is at bottom and this is oversold. On the monthly charts, this was the only period in 2018 when it has achieved these levels. Before that it was 2015. See, almost every 4 years gold achieves this bottom, and you can also see here this was way back in 2000. So after the 2000 crisis, yes, this is the time in 2015 and 18. This is the fourth time when gold has achieved such lows levels, oversold levels on the monthly charts. But does that mean that it is going to give you a sharp bounce back? Probably this time not. It can sustain these oversold levels for a little while. So if it can sustain overbought levels for a little while, it can sustain oversold levels for a little while. Now look at the MACD. The MACD on the monthly chart, see, it is still trading above the zero levels. It is still trading above the neutral levels, and it is still in the positive territory. For it to enter in, and look at the divergence here, it is not looking to converge, and it requires a very sharp drastic green candle for it to converge crossover, which appears to be not a possibility, and hence you can expect a lot much of bearishness, which might bring it gold in again the sell zone, while it was trading from 2014 to 2017 levels when it was trading oversold on the monthly charts. And this is the second time in last 20 years when it may try to enter into oversold zone again. The RSI is looking vertically downwards, and this is an extreme bearish indication. It may come back to oversold zone. It can sustain overbought levels. It can sustain oversold zone too. See, we have seen multiple times gold trading overbought. Yes, it can trade oversold too. So in sum, now let me give you the trading levels and strategy for next week, and also we will see how it can behave, what levels to look out for the month of October. And before I give you the levels, yes, if you want to learn this art, if you want to learn the art of trading profitably, taking right entries and right exits at the right time, identifying the right positions and the levels, you can join my mentorship batch. The strategy is taught, the methodology is taught, will definitely help you become a profitable and proficient trader. This is a 15-day session, 90 minutes live webinars daily, and a lifetime support is what you get. So yes, reach out to me. The next batch, 15th batch, is starting on 3rd of October. We have added few more seats now. Only this weekend we are keeping it open because there is a heavy demand on it. You can reach out to me if you want to be a part of it. My Telegram and email IDs are mentioned in the channel and video description. Also, you can be part of my Signals group and be part of my Patreon page. Just support my effort and become a patron. So all the links are mentioned in the channel and video description. Now for the next week, you can buy here at 1671. Expect that we are looking forward to 1675, 1680. Now if it breaks 1680, certainly 1691 is the next destination. You have to be very cautious in between these levels, that is 1690 and 1700 the first target, and then 1711 and 1720 the next zone. You have to be very cautious first in between this. First you have to observe that whether it passes beyond 1680 or not. If it does, then only a little bullishness can be expected till 1700, then 1720, and then I will look forward to the next target as 1733, 1740 and then 1750. The next strongest resistance now is at 1750 levels. So till here, see, on the near term, on the weekly, on the monthly charts and on the near term, you have to be very cautious for 1750. This is the level beyond which there could be certain little bullishness for a few weeks, where it may try to trade till towards 1840 levels, and ultimately 1840 is the level which you should watch out for if you want to take a long-term position. Only recommended buy levels for gold is above 1840. Do not think that this is the bottom, and if you buy at bottom, you will be cherishing it for it can reverse any point of time from any of these above levels. Remember this fact, it can reverse any point of time till 1840 towards downside. And you have to ensure that if you are taking a position, if you are buying a physical gold, or if you are trading it, you have to ensure that either you trade as per the levels and buy sell as per the levels, exit it, re-enter. That is what you can best do. Always trade with a stop loss, and always shift your stop loss to your cost price at least, such that you can preserve your capital. If you have your capital preserved, you can take 100 trades, you can take 1000 trades. Not only a trade closed in profit or without a loss, it gives your confidence to trade profitably next time. So ensure this thing. Now on the downside, I will recommend you to sell at 1647. Expect 1641 as the target. If it draws below this, certainly the next target is 1630, 1624, 1615, and then we will see this time 1608. And see, these levels are the same which we had expected last time also. It reversed from these levels. I told you very categorically that watch out for 1615, and precisely it reversed from these levels. Now look out for 1590. If it draws below 1590, certainly it will call for further more bearishness till towards 1571 levels, and it can drop further below. Be cautious, be alert. Even if it tries to drop this time, it can achieve lower lows. So previous candle lower highs, this time lower lows also can be seen. 1600 levels cannot be denied. If it continues to break, this is going to be an important support zone which it may fail to breach and bounce back from there before it looks over to any further drop. So trade accordingly, trade profitably, trade with a stop loss, trade with a trailing stop loss. Join my mentorship batch, join my signals channel, join my patron page. Reach out to me for any of your trading or training queries. My email IDs, Telegram IDs mentioned in the Telegram and video and channel description. Thank you very much. Have a great profitable trading week and month ahead. Thank you.